Hey, it's Paul here. I just wanted to cover something I'm looking at for 2022 for all my members on my website, and I'm encouraging everyone, including yourself, to learn Linux in 2022. It's a lot easier than you imagine. There's plenty of foundation qualifications you can do. The software's free, and it's something you can pick up the basics of fairly quickly. So I just wanted to go through just with a few notes and examples that I hope will help you. So what is it? I'm sure you've heard of it before. It's basically a computer operating system in its simplest terms. And this presentation's for beginners, so if you're a Linux expert, you can skip ahead to something more advanced. It's actually built on the Unix kernel, which is an operating system for servers. You may or may not have heard of Linus Torvalds, who created it and decided to distribute the source code for free, although there are some paid versions, such as Red Hat, that have support and certain features. So free and open source, there's a whole bunch of versions you can download. Runs on most hardware platforms. It's probably running your phone as well, your smartphone. If you went down into the core code, there's a way to reboot your phone. If you're interested to do troubleshooting, runs webcams, a whole bunch of stuff. You will mainly see it used for servers, not just for servers, but that is the main use, and it runs critical applications. And here's one of the reasons. Apart from the fact it's free and is very good at what it does, it's very lean and it can run for years without rebooting. More than likely, if you're running Windows, you're going to have to do core updates or some of them require reboots and that kind of thing. So there's something referred to as Linux distros or distributions. There's almost 1,000 available now, and some are more famous than others. I listed some here actually. There's Linux Mint. Sorry. That's the logo for Mint there. Kali is mainly used. It comes with a lot of hacking tools and it's used for penetration testing. Ubuntu is a fairly well-known version as well. So they come with packages for certain solutions. So if you want to install on a server for work, a business, if you want to have a desktop environment with something equivalent to Microsoft Word and Excel, that kind of thing, you download a different version. Pen testers, as I said, mainly Kali Linux. Home theatres as well. There's a distro for your home theatre use. Specifically, it comes with add-ons and utilities for that. And I listed a few here if you want to do your own research. Why businesses use it? Used for demanding business applications. It's got built-in security to combat intrusions. Robust, reliable, and stable, all important things for businesses, especially large businesses and data centres. Now, it's usually free. As I said, you've got Red Hat, which you will pay for the support. You get expert engineers that are available, and obviously the more you pay, the better the support you get, up to 24/7. It's not just for small businesses. You can see some of the biggest companies in the world, such as Google and NASA, Department of Defense. All of these use Linux in most of their infrastructure, again for the reasons I've pointed out. Typical reasons why Linux would be used is a cloud computing environment, containers for DevOps, your servers as well, as I mentioned, embedded devices or appliance operating systems. Can be used for desktops. Some companies decide to go with Linux for desktops just for simplicity, cost, and it will do pretty much everything that Windows does, but it has its own versions of software. You're running your network again, all your DHCP and DNS, routing tables, all that kind of stuff you can do. Source development tools such as Git. There's a few vendors out there. I'm going to just list a few of the main ones. The Linux Professional Institute, you can easily Google LPI. they've got certifications from, and I'll call it the baby one. Then they've got 1, 2, and 3. 3's got a couple of versions. Red Hat, they will test you on their own version of Linux. Oracle, CompTIA's a big one. CompTIA's actually vendor neutral. It's a requirement for any work with Department of Defense for the US, or if you're a contractor, you have to have a CompTIA certification. GIAC also. Again, you can do your own research and see which one suits you best and why, because you may be running these at your office or work. There's just a few example careers if you want to go further into the Linux past, just learning the basic qualifications. Systems administration, for example, the CompTIA Linux Plus. Again, there's others, so just research. An example is an advanced qualification from the Linux Professional Institute. This is for enterprise security. And then the LPI actually offer virtualization. They've got another LPI C3 exam you can take. I think it's called Mixed Environments. So have a look on their website. Here's an example. So say you've done the baby one, or you want to skip the baby one. You don't have to take it. Which is the LPI Essentials. Like a junior network engineer, you cover all the basic networking, bash scripting, storage, file management, and then you'll go to the level 2 network or Linux supports, where you look at DNS, some of the services, for example, email servers, file sharing, system maintenance tasks, and some of the startup. And then you have to pass the 1, by the way, if you want to get to the 2, if you're doing the LPI track. And if you want to use the 3, you have to pass 1, 2, and then 3. So this is for the security track: cryptography, access, security operations, network security, and threats and vulnerability. You'd probably use this with if you're doing the Pen Test Plus from CompTIA, certified ethical hacking. This would be a great certification because it's saving you a lot of extra work. There'll be a few others as well for security. Where to start? So if you're a beginner and you just want to have a taster, look at the LPI Linux Essentials. It's only around a week's worth of work if you do an hour or two a day. The exam fee is only $120, which is probably one of the cheapest ones you can take, and it's valid for life. This is worth gold as far as I'm concerned, because all of the others is 3 years. I think some do 5, but mostly every 3 years you're going to pay the fee again, learn the new syllabus, and then pass the exam, and it could take 2 attempts or more. So have a look at that. It obviously goes in your resume, Linux, as a Linux certified professional. If you want to do something a bit more difficult, around, I'd say 35% of the LPI Essentials goes into the Linux Plus. You've already done a lot of the work. The rest, so what would it be, 65%, is also in the LPIC 1. So you could do Linux Plus and then the LPIC 1. It used to be if you passed one of these, you got automatically awarded the other. They've stopped that now, so you have to actually pay and take the other exam. So there's the 2 options for beginners I recommend. Why should you bother learning it, which is the point I did this presentation? You get paid more money, and we all like more money. You get more job offers because you've got whatever you've got on your syllabus now, plus Linux. So you're going to be found in more searches, you're going to get called for more interviews, as well as the better salary. Linux is highly sought after because a lot of people avoid it. They think it's hard, but it's no harder than learning Windows really, but there's some more command line. More jobs available, especially when you're looking for security. You must have it if you want to do security. Any DevOps, any coding. This is a poll from hiring managers saying Linux is a priority for 80% of them, and around 9 out of 10 businesses use the Linux software. This is just sample salaries. Obviously, these are for some experience, so these aren't for 0 years. For 0 years, have a look on the boards for junior Linux engineer, junior network engineer, entry level, etc. So these are for the more experienced people. So senior systems engineer would be the LPIC 3 with some experience. Cyber security, you're probably going to start off on a good salary because security is highly in demand. But have a look. It obviously depends where you live, your qualifications and your experience. Linux is really easy to download. You can run it in a virtual machine. So you can download this software here, which is called VirtualBox. Loads of videos on YouTube, so I won't cover it here. So you can download here, and you can download the software, the operating software for Linux. Obviously, you can have Windows, you can have firewall software, and you can run it all within a virtual machine at home. And you can also network, so you can have several devices connected here, or you going out to the internet. Again, all included in the software. You just have to click a few different buttons and you can go through your home router. Alright, so I recommend you try that with Ubuntu. Like I said, lots of free videos on YouTube. Getting started's easy. I included our, this is from our howtonetwork.com website. The URL's down in the description there. We've got the Linux Plus, Pentest Plus, which has got a lot of Linux in. You've got the baby exam, the LPI Essentials, the CompTIA, the LPIC 1, LPIC 2. We're actually writing the LPIC 3 as I'm recording this, so we're going to launch it for a tester group soon. And then there's the hacking and DevNet, again, DevOps. You'll need Linux. This is just an example of one of the courses. All of our courses have got the lessons and then a lab. So you learn something, then you do hands-on using the free software. Lesson, 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 lab. And then we finish off with 2 big exams to prepare you for the real thing. Alright, so here's just a few people we've got through Linux certifications. This is James, he got through the Linux Essentials. Forget the name, sorry, and I can't zoom in from here, but this is a Linux student who passed. And the CompTIA Linux Plus, one of our students. We've had loads of passes, but this is just 3 examples. If you want to learn with us, there's plenty of other people out there if you want to check out. Diogo's a professor from the Florida State University. He's got a PhD in networking, and he's an expert in, and a master's in, is an expert in Linux. So you're learning from someone who really knows their stuff. All right, so I think that's pretty much all for me. In the description, if you're interested in learning Linux, please come and check out the website. There's a special $1 for 30 days link down there. So look around the website, then use the link. And all our courses, as I said, cover the theory, the labs and practice exams. So I hope you consider us. Otherwise, thanks for watching.